The inaugural Bing Crosby race season ran just 15 days. Kentucky Derby and Preakness winner California Chrome won the Hollywood Derby on the turf track Saturday. Joining me with a look at how the short season fared and what's next is my guest, Joe Harper, President and CEO of the Mar Thoroughbred Club. Welcome to Evening Edition.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good, you got it. Now, Joe, how did this fall season actually come about?
Well, Hollywood Park went out of business up in Los Angeles, and they had 100 racing days, so that meant somebody had to pick up some racing days. Santa Anita got the bulk of them, and when they asked us what we wanted, I said, well, let's go for November, because that's when the Breeders' Cup is, and so we wanted to be racing during that time of the year. Also, it doesn't interfere or conflict with our summer racing season.
How many people actually attended, and how did the season compare as far as profitability compared to, let's say, the summer season?
Well, it's, we did roughly about half of our averages on the summer season as far as attendance. Well, we actually a little better. We had 9,000 people we averaged a day, which is pretty good. We're looking at about 17 in the summer. The betting handle was very good, almost $10.5 million a day compared to about 14 in the summer. So we were very, very pleased with the figures. And if you compared that to what Hollywood Park was doing the same dates the year before, we were way up, over 100%. So it was good.
Now, California Chrome won the Hollywood Derby, as we just saw on Saturday. What kind of impact did it have, either on the numbers or just bringing the crowds out, having this horse here?
That's a major impact. I mean, he's a rock star, and he knows it too. You see these horses that are so good, they have an awareness of the camera, and he's just like that. If he sees a camera, he stops and puts his ears up and smiles. I mean,
a performer.
He's a performer, yeah, and he's a people's horse. They love him. They loved him when he was winning the Triple Crown and trying to win the Belmont. He probably would have if he hadn't gotten stepped on coming out of the starting gate. But it was terrific to have him there. And Art Sherman, his trainer, has done an amazing job with him. And Art's an old dear friend from 50 years back. And so when he said, what do you think about putting him on the grass if I bring him to Del Mar? I said, great, and he'd never been on the grass before, so he certainly handled it, though.
He did okay. The 16 horse deaths were attributed to Del Mar's summer race season.
Yeah.
Were there any injuries during these short 15 days?
No, zero. I mean, I think gave one horse a ride back to the barn because he was tired, but we absolutely nothing, not even an injury or a minor injuries even. So it was really something we love to see. We're all in this because we love horses, and the summer was tough. It was just a strange meet because they weren't racing injuries always. They were heart attacks, and a horse got loose and ran off, and those kind of things that all of a sudden happened all within a 7-week period.
Did you do anything? Did you change anything to make sure that wasn't going to happen, or there weren't going to be those types of injuries here?
Well, we had made some major changes during the summer months. If you watched it, most of the injuries were early on, and we renovated the turf course a little sooner than we anticipated doing so, and we closed the course off to some horses that were a little more vulnerable, we felt, to injuries. So that did the trick, and the balance of the meet was pretty harmless.
Now, the Los Alamitos track is running. They're going to be running coming up here. Is Del Mar in competition with Los Alamitos for racing either in the coming year or for year-round races?
Not really, no. Racing, in the Southern California needs a circuit, and that circuit was Hollywood, Del Mar, Santa Anita. Now it's Santa Anita, Del Mar, and Los Alamitos too. So we need to kind of move around a little bit, not one track and just hog all the dates, because then you do have some injury problems with when tracks get tired and you need to renovate them. So we're delighted that Los Alamitos has enlarged their racetrack and is running thoroughbreds now.
Is there going to be a 2015 fall race season?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think, in fact, in 2015 we'll have 5 weeks instead of 4. We started a little earlier, and I think it's here to stay. I think the racing has been so good. A lot of horses have come from the East Coast. Gee, I wonder why, when it's snowing at Aqueduct Racetrack and the sun is shining in Del Mar. So we're going to get more horses out here, and I think we have nothing but to go but up,
All right, Joe Harper, thanks so much.
Thank you.